Illuvium Zero blueprints are really close. I'm not sure exactly when you're going to see this video, but you might see it right before blueprints become available. And at that time, I will make another video that will explain exactly how to mint them. But first, let's take a look at the announcement. There's an update now live. Don't forget to go on play.illuvium.io and download the updated client. You'll need to do this on all your devices you play the game because your old client will not work anymore. This will pave the way for blueprint minting, which will commence on January 3rd, 2024. Now, we don't have a time zone or a time stamp. Australians, it's probably January 4th, but who knows? The blueprint minting period will end on February 3rd, 2024. You will only have 1 month to do so. Again, I will have lots of content surrounding it. There is also a blog post that is talking all about this. Now, uninstall the old version, download the new update, and select and download the appropriate version for your operating system. All very simple. But is that all I'm making a video about today? Absolutely not. There has been lots of discussion, especially by Johnny in the Illuvium Discord, regarding rewards and them for Illuvium Zero. We've got rewards for Illuvium Beyond, and we know rewards are coming for the Illuvium Arena, but how are they going to do rewards for Illuvium Zero? I have quite a few ideas on myself, but first let's have a look at Johnny's messages to make sure we don't mix anything up. The first one is what we've got here. There are several rewards coming. The minting window will be announced. It already was, sorry. So this is quite an old post, okay? And it is likely the council will vote for their reward proposal. Now, with that proposal, it will likely have to go through the IIP process. No one is going to be blindsided here, but he's very excited about this. Discuss with the council of 5%. That's fine. That's not really what we're here to talk about today. And the other thing is that there is a general awareness that there's not much forward-facing love for Illuvium Zero, and they want to work on this. But what he says here is that forward-facing as there's lots of internal stuff, including several additional hires. Honestly, Illuvium Zero is one of my favorite games in the entire Illuvium ecosystem, so I'm excited they've got quite a few devs working on it behind the scenes to make it out to be a really great game, because I think it's got excellent potential. It's not for everyone, but it has a lot of potential for lots of different people. The next one we've got here is actually one of the more interesting things I want to talk about. Johnny says that we can't reward things from the alpha gameplay because it's client-side and easy to cheat. The alpha blueprints are an exception as they're intended to be a small early access reward, which anyone who plays the game for a while can get. So they're easy to get. It's not a big deal. You can't, if you wanted to cheat through it, it wouldn't really be a big deal. They do have some cheat detection, so there's not really an incentive to cheat. But it's interesting that it might be really hard to distribute rewards to these landholders because cheating is possible, let's put it that way. And if they made rare blueprints available, then there will be significant incentive for cheating. Purely it's just a fun gathering thing, but it's not a big deal. It's something that should be considered. So that's really interesting. I didn't really know that they had that in mind, so I don't know how that's going to play into rewards coming for Illuvium Zero, but I have some points to talk about with regards to that. The other thing is that the bonus rewards will probably need a formal IIP before they are definitely in. But there will be an announcement of some kind where they're discussing the bonus rewards that are not blueprint related for the people playing Illuvium Zero. Now, what do I think? I think the rewards somehow have to be tied to fuel. Obviously, they're not blueprint related. I don't know what else it could be. But fuel seems like the likely option. That's also the only really fair way to distribute based on tier of land, because a tier 2 and tier 3 plot of land will produce significantly more than a tier 1 plot. So I definitely think that's going to be a big component of whatever this reward system looks like. The other thing is that since the alpha is easy to cheat, remember, for the reason that a lot of it is localized, so if you manage to go into the game files on your local device, you could probably edit a bunch of the numbers and cheat through the game. However, when they make it client-side, server-side, on the blockchain and that sort of stuff, I suspect it would be very difficult to cheat, if at all. So maybe they're considering some sort of early open beta release. If they're ever confident in an open beta timeline, then they could definitely release the land early to make sure everyone's preparing fuel. And then until people are actually spending money on the fuel, they could have some sort of reward system to give out ILV based on how much fuel you're producing. The other thing is I suspect the marketplace will play a key role. You will need to sell your fuel in some way. The marketplace is the obvious choice where you go to the marketplace, you say, send 500 Solon off for like 10 points or whatever. And then based on people's leaderboard ranking on those points and stuff like that, then you will get ILV distributed similar to Illuvium Beyond rewards. Now, the other option that isn't fuel related is there could be daily quests. I don't know exactly what that would look like, but something as simple as like mine 100 silicon or mine 100 carbon or gather 1000 Solon as like a weekly quest. And the more quests you complete, the more points you get. Leaderboard, like I said before. The other thing is that it could be similar quantities to Illuvium Beyond, but I don't really know how that's going to play out. Currently, it's 100 ILV every week for Illuvium Beyond, and if we consider there's 20,000 plots of land, that is not much ILV per person, but if we really dig deeper and we say there's about 1,000 T4 plots of land, then that would be like even like 0.1 ILV per T4 if they were all played to their maximum. So it's going to be a really interesting distribution. There is a lot of land holders and not necessarily a lot of ILV possible to distribute. But I really do hope that being good at the game and really optimizing your land is going to play a role in you getting more rewards than someone else. I truly believe in skill-based gameplay, and I think Illuvium Zero and a potential reward system is going to be a really good opportunity for that.